Happy Wednesday. Happy Mind Your Wednesday. Guess what today is? Do you know what today is? It's my 1 year anniversary for Mind Your Wednesday. It was a year ago today. I got up, nervous, threw on a cap, went and sat in my living room, got my phone, and did the very first Mind Your Wednesday. Now, I was so nervous because I'm typically the one that's in the background. I'm not out front. So doing videos and things like this was like so out of my comfort zone. But here we are, a year later, a whole year later. But the biggest thing I could share with you about this last year and the commitment that I made to myself was to be consistent. Now, sometimes the hardest part is starting. You get in your head, you overthink, and you be like, I don't know if I can do this. And you say, okay, I'm just going to start. And you do. Then that fear, a week later, a month later, a few months later, you allow that fear to creep back up and you talk yourself out of what it is that you started because it looked a little different than you thought it was going to be. And you don't remain consistent. So that was a commitment I made to myself. I'm going to be consistent. Through 3 surgeries I think I've had in that time frame, I was going to remain consistent. I know a couple of the videos you saw, I had ice on my shoulder at one time, or I was propped up, or was in a weird space recording the video, but I had to, for myself, I had to remain consistent. And I'm not going to lie and say that there weren't times where I was just like, nobody's going to pay attention if I don't. Nobody's going to miss this Wednesday if I don't. But I made a commitment. Whether I felt great or not, whether situations popped up in life, and life happened, life happened, but I had to remain consistent. I had to remember the commitment I made to myself to remain consistent and to show up. I remember in a class or something I took some years ago, they were talking about how you create new habits. And if you remain consistent and do the same thing repetitively, it becomes a habit. So now it's almost like, oh, tomorrow's Wednesday. Mind your Wednesday, right? So I'm so proud of myself. Let me do that to myself, and for remaining consistent and fulfilling that commitment that I made to myself a year ago. I can't believe it. And I also want to thank everybody that's been following this journey, especially the people that know me personally and know the background of how nervous I can be sometimes, even just to be out front. But I'm so glad I started, and I'm so glad that I'm here to say, hey, we can be consistent. I was consistent. I did it. I accomplished this. Now what? That's one of the bigger rewards you can give yourself, is to say, look what I did, right? So even when you get in those moments where you feel like the doubt and the fear is about to creep back up, pause and think about the things that you've done, that you've accomplished, big or small, and remind yourself, I did that. Yeah, that was me. You can toot your own horn sometimes, because sometimes people go hate on you and not going to give you your accolades or applause. Give them to yourself. Applaud yourself. So I'm applauding me today on this 1 year anniversary of Mind Your Wednesday. Remain consistent. You had the courage to start it. Stay consistent. You'll appreciate it in the long run. You'll develop new habits, and the world will be better for it because you showed up. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I'm trying to contain myself. But as I always say, if nobody's told you that they love you today, guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you. Be a great day. Have a great and safe holiday. There's still a lot going on, corona-wise. We got a little ways to go in 2020. So stay safe. Keep your family safe. Guys, I love you. Have a great day and enjoy your holiday.